Have you ever sold a piece of gear and regretted it after?
No! God, please, no!
Sometimes you're funding that next gear purchase, or you just want a change of gear in general.
Well, we sold this guitar last year, but it's come back into our possession.
But I'm so glad that we've got this Les Paul Custom back. So let me show you one of the best Les Paul Customs I've ever seen. Hello guys, welcome back to Squealing Pig Guitars, the home of luxury shred machines here in Nottingham, England. My name is Ben Keightley and welcome back to another episode. I really hope you're enjoying these daily episodes here on Squealing Pig. If you're new, make sure to hit the subscribe button and leave a like down below. It really helps us improve the engagement on these videos and get more views. That means bigger and better demos for you. So the guitar that we have today is a guitar we've actually had in our possession before, and I remember how good of a guitar it was back then. Our recording setup at the time was quite amateur, so I wanted to refilm the demo for today to show you the beauty of this PSL Gibson Custom Les Paul. So I won't hold you in suspense any longer. Let's go and grab the case and check out this guitar. So guys, I've got the case all set up on the sofa as always. As you can see by the label here, we've got Les Paul Custom Aged. This is one of the more modern lifting cases, so you actually have lockable latches on all of these. So I've undone all the latches, let's open it up. And as you can see, what sits inside is a beautiful Les Paul Custom. This is a PSL, meaning pre-sold limited. So we have the open coil pickups, some custom aging. I'll make sure to get this in the light right so you can see, but you've got some lovely finish checking. A little bit of patina over the binding, as well as some wear on the bridge and stop tailpiece. This, for me, is one of the best Les Paul Customs I've ever played. I first played this about a year ago. Obviously we sold it and it's come back to us, which we're very happy about because it's an absolute beauty of a guitar. It's got a really nice dark purple interior, this case, which really offsets this Les Paul Custom nicely. So I've got the pouch open. Obviously we get a COA. This is a brown COA, which is nice. Pretty standard stuff. You've basically got the model name and the serial number. In here as well, you get a spare switch tip, which is really cool. Obviously, if you didn't want the amber one, you could just have a plain white one. Got a few other things in there, like the case keys, silica gel, all the normal stuff. You even got a little replacement plastic stuff to see if you wanted to replace the medallion. Obviously, it looks amazing, but it does add to the weight of the guitar. So now that we've opened it up, let's pull this guitar out and talk about the specs. The first thing to note is that the name of this guitar is a Gibson Les Paul Custom Limited Edition PSL, which means pre-sold limited. So this Les Paul Custom was part of a dealer exclusive run. This was imported by one of USA's larger chain stores. So that means the open coil pickups, the aged finish, and the specs of this guitar are unique to this guitar and is a limited run. So that makes this beautiful guitar quite the rarity. So let's start off with the specs. So our construction is a mahogany body and a maple top, which is carved. So it's not a historic reissue of a 57 or a 68, it's one of the modern Les Paul cuts. And of course we get the tuxedo appointments like the multi-ply binding, the headstock diamond, and it just looks incredible. Looking closer into this body, you can see the finish checking is very deep. It has this very nice kind of wide finish checking pattern. We also have a little bit of belt buckle on the back, so it definitely looks the part. Also, the gold hardware is slightly tarnished off and some of the platings come off, which I really like. Other features that show it's a Les Paul Custom, a modern one, is that we have the Nashville studded bridge instead of the ABR1 bridge, and we also have the stop tailpiece, which is a little bit bigger. We have black speed knobs, and we have open coil 490R, 498T humbuckers. These pickups absolutely scream in this guitar, and I really like them when they're paired with an ebony fingerboard. So of course you have ebony fingerboard with the large mother-of-pearl inlays. These are real mother-of-pearl, obviously being from the custom shop. Turning it over, we have a mahogany neck. This is the modern Les Paul Custom profile. I'd say that this specific neck feels a little bit thicker than my Les Paul Custom, which is a modern one. I'd say it's a little bit thicker, so maybe they did something a bit interesting with the neck carve there. Obviously, moving it over, we've got the ambered over Gibson Diamond with the Gibson logo. We have Grover Rotomatic kidney bean tuners, which again are in gold, and then we have the serial number back there with the Gibson Custom logo. This is an extremely high-end and well-built Les Paul Custom. I absolutely love this guitar, and I said I'm so grateful that it's come back into our possession for another video. Of course, it's paired with a pickguard, but you could take that off if you wanted to, if you are the lucky owner of this guitar. But that's pretty much all the specs of this beauty. So let's plug it in and see what she's made of. So I'm plugged into my Kemper Profiler unit using the Kemper remote on the floor to switch between distortions and reverb settings. I basically got my usual AC30 tone, but with the gain cranked all the way up and a pretty heavy distortion pedal to give dropped C sharp for today's episode, so that's a half step down with the E string down to drop tuning. So the intro riff was a bit of a mashup of different riffs that I like. So the first one was Sliver, and then the other one was my own riff that I've made up. So it was a kind of a weird intro, but just to avoid the copyright, I thought I'd throw in a couple of other parts. So this was the part I played, going straight into the Kemper, bridge pickup of the Les Paul Custom. Got such a great slinky feel, and these pickups absolutely raw. I'm loving that tone so far, so that's the bridge pickup on this guitar. But I'm going to tune it back to regular E flat and demonstrate some of the clean tones. So now I'm back in regular E flat tuning for the demo. So let's lower that gain a little bit and see how this Les Paul Custom deals with a little bit more of a classic setting. Love that tone, sounding really good. These pickups really deal with low gain and high gain very nicely. Obviously, this is basically meant to be like a modern Les Paul Custom, so it's more designed for modern styles like rock and metal. It really reminds me of Slash's custom build that he got through the Gibson Custom Shop. His has a rosewood fretboard, but visually it looks very similar with the open coil and the black relicking. Very cool indeed. Let's see how that neck pickup's doing with the lower gain settings. Turning up the gain now with that. So yeah, we got this guitar from John Cowley. You should check out his Instagram page. I'll leave the link down here. Basically, he has some really cool Les Pauls, and all of his Les Pauls are always set up very, very nicely. So great setup, John. Really like it. Let's hear the neck pickup again, but a little bit more of a bluesy tone. silver grip a little bit at the top there. But as you can hear, it's definitely a Swiss Army knife for all the gain tones. But how does it react on clean? Well, let's turn down the gain and see how it sounds. So there's some clean tones on the neck pickup. Let's go one position down to the middle position. So guys, we're at the end of another video and it's time for my personal review of this guitar. But just before we get into that, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Do you like this guitar? Do you love it or do you hate it? Let me know in the comments section below. And whilst you're down there, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more content. So in today's video, I'm going to rate this guitar a 9 out of 10. Again, another high rating. It's just the guitars we're getting in at the moment are so good and well set up. First off, this guitar played amazingly. The neck profile is pretty much perfect for me. It's like a little bit thicker than my Green Widow, I'd say. It's just got a little bit more meat on it, but it's still a Les Paul custom modern profile. Very nice, and I enjoyed the ebony fingerboard on this one. It really cut through with these 490R, 498T humbuckers. Typically, I am not a big fan of this pickup set, but because of the ebony fingerboard being a bit brighter and the maple top, I think it did create quite a nice sound, especially for metal. These Grover tuners are a must when you're doing heavy chugging as well. They just stay in tune that little bit better than the Cluson style ones. I'm a big fan of this aging job. I think black guitars really, benefit from a little bit of aging. I'm actually just going to grab my 335, which is on sale at Squealing Pig Guitars. Here's another black guitar that really benefits from a little bit of aging. This is a 335 in light aged Murphy Lab. And again, just that little bit of lacquer checking and that little bit dulled down with the finish just adds a little bit more of a stylish element to black guitars. I also like how it has a little bit yellowed binding. So again, another example of where a black guitar looks really cool. For me, this guitar just looks like Darth Vader. It's very menacing, it looks amazing, but the gold hardware makes it very stylish. Obviously, if you're playing this live, make sure you've got a good strap to play with, because, it's a heavy guitar. But that's what a Les Paul Custom's about. It's a rock and roll guitar. It's meant to be brash and outrageous. It's an amazing guitar indeed. What did surprise me is that these pickups did roll down quite nicely, so I was able to play some blues tones quite effortlessly with this one. And I have to say, it's set up so well. As I said, John really sets these up really nicely when we get them from him. Everything was dead on. So yeah, that's my rating for today. 9 out of 10 for the Les Paul Custom PSL. And as I said, guys, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I love talking to you guys in the comment section. Love the community that we're building on these videos. But I think that's all I have to say, so I guess until next time, thank you so much for watching Squealing Pig Guitars. My name is Ben Keightley, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video. But until then, keep rocking, guys. I'll see you soon.